I'm Jolene Wynn, and this is the Porn Addict's Wife podcast, episode number 124, Your Soul. Your life does not have to revolve around your husband's pornography addiction. You are not defined by his choices or by what he sees on a screen. You are not just the porn addict's wife. You are so much more. In this podcast, I'm going to teach you how to go from handling it to healed, because I've been where you are and you don't have to stay there. My name is Jolene Wynn. I'm a member of the LDS faith, a certified life coach, and a wife of a former porn addict. And this is a podcast for the porn addict's wife. Hello, my ladies. How are you guys today? I am doing great. I am a little nervous. Do you guys want to know why? This week is the week that I go to California. I actually only have one day home, and then I leave on Tuesday, and I don't come back till Saturday, and I'm going to California to be part of Jody Moore's business-minded mastermind. There are, I think, 21 of us in this mastermind group, and we are going to be working together for an entire year and working on our business. And if you guys paid attention in the last couple of podcast episodes, I talked about what it was like for me emotionally to join this group. It was expensive, but I know it's going to be totally worth it. And the thing that scared me the most wasn't actually the price, which is so interesting. The thing that scared me the most was these in-person events. And I'll tell you why. It's because I know that you guys don't see this a lot in me because I am very confident in my role as a coach and in what I do as a profession, but I am very shy. I was very, very shy. My twin sister would always say things for me to people. I remember how horrible it was when we would go somewhere and my mom would make me talk to adults, like when I was a kid, and make me order my own food at a restaurant or something like that. And that was just so hard for me. And I was the type of student that wanted to sit in the back of the class and never talk. And I am much more comfortable in small groups. And yet this scares me so much. I'm very intimidated by this because I feel a little out of my element. As far as business goes, I am not a business savvy person. It's not like I have a degree in business. I am an entrepreneur simply because I wanted to coach you women, these ladies that I love so much. And so I am running a business, kind of as a consequence of wanting to coach you guys specifically. So I am still learning as I go, and I'm sure I'm doing so many things wrong. And so I want to get better at it because I know there are so many more women out there who are struggling and haven't even heard of me yet. So many. And so my whole goal is to get louder. And in order to do that, I need to know how to grow my business. And in order to do that, I need to figure out how to do that. So I'm going to California this week, and I will be working on my business the entire time, all day, every single day. And the thing that scares me the most is that I won't know the answer to a question. Do you guys know? This is like all of my school fear coming right back. And that someone's going to ask me a question and I won't know the answer. And then I will feel dumb. That's my fear. So I know that the very worst thing that can happen is I'll just feel a feeling. So that's why I'm willing to go do it anyway. I know this is going to make me face things that I never would face on my own. And so that's why I'm going. And I am excited. But it's 50-50. There's a lot of nervousness to the excitement. More nervous than excited. I'm sure once I get there, I'll have more excitement. But for now, I'm just a little bit nervous. And, trying to also get my house in order and 5 kids and all the schedules and all the cleaning and the laundry and everything set before I go so that, everybody makes it through the experience before I get back. So that's what I'm doing. What are you guys doing this week? I hope you guys are having a great week. Happy fall. It's starting to feel like fall here, and it's so nice. I love cooler weather. My dream weather is like 60 degrees. I love cooler weather. And so I'm just very happy that it's not 95 anymore. I love summer, but it has its time and place, and its time and place have ended. And I'm very happy about that. And ladies, I do want to remind you guys, I am so excited about Nashville. I actually just booked our restaurant that we are going to go out to eat in downtown Nashville one night, and I just booked the restaurant, and it is so fun. It's right on downtown. It's right on Broadway, right next to the river, and I'm super excited. I've actually eaten there before. I've been to Nashville before, and this is why I wanted to go to Nashville, because the atmosphere is so fun and alive. There's so much energy in the city, and so I'm so excited to take my ladies to this restaurant for them to see it and to hang out. There's live music, and it's so fun, and I just booked the restaurant, so I can't wait to take these ladies there, and we still have a few spots left. So here's what I want to offer. I wanted to offer this to those of you who have been thinking about it. Some of you guys, this is not your offer, and you're probably tired of me talking about Nashville, and I promise I'll stop talking about it eventually, but today is not that day. And if you guys have been thinking about Nashville, if this is the offer that feels like it just calls to you, if you feel like, wow, I would love that, and I feel like this could be exactly what I need, then I want to encourage you to say yes and to sign up for yourself. The content that I have created for this weekend, for this coaching trip, is something I have not yet ever done. And I am so excited about it. The purpose of this trip, ladies, is to help you transform from who you are now into who you want to be. So if you think about who you are right now and what are the things that you don't like? Do you feel like you're not confident enough? Do you want to trust again, but you feel like you have this distrust that's just sitting there and holding you back? Do you feel like you're not enough? Whatever it is that you're struggling with, and then imagine if that were gone. And imagine how you could feel. Imagine how you would look at yourself in the mirror. Imagine how you would carry yourself in a conversation. Imagine how you would interact with your husband if you were more confident. Imagine how you would react to his relapses if you didn't believe it was somehow related to your worth and value, believing that maybe it's because you're not enough. Imagine what your life could be like. And if you want that, then come to Nashville, because I am going to teach you exactly how to do that. And then I'm going to coach you to help you figure out what's blocking you and to help you overcome that so you can start moving forward immediately. That's why this is called a Go Forward, ladies, is because this is all about transforming into your future self, becoming the version of yourself that you want to be. And I'm so excited about it. So head to my website, joleneWynn.com, go to the events tab. You can sign up right there. I want to encourage you guys to do that ASAP. If you guys have been thinking about it, do it, because I had 3 more women sign up last week. These spots are going to fill. We have a couple more left, and I want you guys to come. If this offer has spoken to you, it's not for everybody, but if this offer has spoken to you, then it's for you. So give yourself the gift of this. You totally deserve it. All right, ladies, I want to talk to you guys today about something that I actually wasn't planning on talking about. I think I start most podcasts this way, but while I was in church today, I had a thought, and as I just kind of wrote down the notes on my phone in church, then I said, you know what, I really want to share this with my ladies, because you guys mean so much to me, and it was so profound in the moment. And here's how it started, is in our church, every single Sunday we take communion. We take the sacrament, right? We take the bread and water that represents the body and blood of Jesus Christ. And there's a special prayer that in our church they say every single week as they bless the communion, the sacrament, and then they pass it around to everybody, and everybody gets to take a piece of bread and a little cup of water. And the word that hit me today is that they pray to God, like in this special prayer, they pray to God that He will bless the souls of every single person that takes the sacrament. And I have heard this prayer every single week my entire life, and today the word soul hit me. That I was taking the bread and the water not for my physical body, but for my soul. And it was so profound. And that's what I want to talk to you guys about today, is taking care of our soul. Because here's what happens is we have a physical body, and our physical body has a lot of needs, okay? Our physical body gets tired. It gets hungry. It gets sick. You guys, I was sick. I was so sick last week. I slept so much and had zero energy. I couldn't even exercise. I couldn't even walk. It was a disaster. Our physical bodies take up so much of our attention because they have so many needs. Our physical body has so many needs, so many demands. Our knee hurts. My eye is twitching. I need eye drops or a cough drop, or I have a cold. Let me get some Tylenol, right? There are so many physical things, and it has to eat multiple times a day. We get hungry. We have to nourish our body. We get thirsty, right? Our physical body requires so much of our time and attention, the majority of our time and attention, right? We spend so much of our energy taking care of our physical body. And then if we have time to spare, energy to spare, we spend a little bit more energy paying attention to the needs of our mind, right? Our anxieties, our depressions, our worries, our fears, all the thoughts that we have in our brain, like even listening to this podcast, ladies, can often be us trying to take care of our mind. And that's all well and good too, but that takes up even more of our time and our attention. And sometimes our body and our mind need so much attention that we do so at the neglect, if not at the expense of, our soul. Now, if you guys have been coaching with me, then you know that, or if you listened to the podcast for a while, you guys know that you are not your thoughts and you are not your emotions. Your emotions are a physical sensation that happen in your body. That's your physical body. Your thoughts are things that happen in your mind. And yet you are independent of that because you, who you are, the essence of you is a soul. Now, I believe that God created you, your soul, that you exist. And regardless of whether you believe in my specific branch of Christianity or not, you have a soul. That's what makes each one of us different and unique. We have individual personalities, right? And that is who we are. It's not what our body looks like. It's not our thoughts that we have. It's not the emotions that we feel. Those are beautiful, wonderful things, but that's not who we are. We bring who we are into that, and we experience that as who we are. And this is super important, ladies, and I talk about this all the time. The reason that this is so vital to understand that you are not your thoughts and you are not your feelings is because that's what creates that separation that enables you to look at it and change it if you want to. If we believe that our emotions are who we are, then we get attached to them and we become very reluctant to wanting to let them go, right? For example, I have anxiety. That is a possession. It's like who we are. It's almost like a personality trait. I'm 5'8", brown eyes, brown hair, and I have anxiety, right? It's almost like something in your genetic code that you feel like you can't ever get rid of. And we become very possessive of that, and we don't even think it's an option to get rid of it, right? We talk about our emotions as if they're who we are, and yet what if that's not true? Your emotions are simply something that you experience and feel, which are beautiful, wonderful things that we're meant to experience and feel, but you exist independent of that. And the reason that I really want you guys to hear this today is because it's just as important, more important, to nourish and take care of your soul as it is to nourish and take care of your physical body and your mind. Think of all the things that you do to take care of your physical body and your mind, right? This is like falls under the umbrella of self-care, right? It's like when we get emotionally overwhelmed, when we get mentally overwhelmed, then they're like, oh, you need a self-care day, right? And what happens is fascinating is we actually end up going and pampering our physical body a lot of time in order to relieve the stress of the mind, right? We'll take a bath or go get a massage or get a pedicure or go shopping or take a nap or just take a day off. You just don't do the chores you were supposed to do. You call in sick to work, whatever it is, right? You take a mental health day, a self-care day, and we're relaxing and easing our mind and our body, our physical body. However, your soul is different. Now, I personally believe that our spirituality is what feeds our soul most. I believe that, reading the scriptures and feeling God and looking for God in our life is what helps to nourish our soul. But I also believe that there are other things that you can do to nourish your soul. And one of them is exactly what you guys are doing now, is listening to this podcast, learning how to feed who you are, find out who you are, and give yourself the time and the attention that you need. Now, ladies, this is going to look different for all of you. All of you guys are going to have something different that you feel like would nourish your soul. But I want to encourage you guys to see not just this is an idea, but as important. Just as important as it is to have a gym membership to take care of your body, or, do something physical to take care of your physical body. Just as important as it is for you to take a day where you don't do the laundry, right? So that you can relieve the mental stress. It's just as important to take care of your soul, to figure out who you are and to learn about yourself and to create yourself into who you want to be, the best version of yourself. That's what my whole purpose is in life, is to become the best version of myself. That's my goal. And in that, I have found so many things about myself that I don't love. It requires becoming the best version of myself is a constant change, right? It's a constant evolution. Constantly finding things that I don't love about myself that I want to improve and letting past things go and giving myself permission to move forward, which so many of you struggle with so much. You're just hanging on to all of that pain, all of that emotional weight of the past, that it has an effect on your soul. It has an effect on who you are. Do you feel like, ask yourself this question, do you feel like the same person that you used to be, or do you feel like a different person? Right? Imagine your life before you found out about the pornography and who you are now. Do you feel like a different person? I totally did. In that time, I felt 100 years older. I felt so much heavier. I felt weighted down. And so many of my clients, they feel very jaded, right? They feel very distrustful. They feel like, well, I used to be happy-go-lucky. I used to be confident. I used to be this. I used to be that. And now I'm not. Is that, you guys see what I'm saying? Does that feel relatable to you? What is it that you used to feel like? And if that's different now, then I want to encourage you to take some time for your soul. Find the thing that is going to help you take care of you, because that's who you really are. Your soul is who you really are. Not that it's unimportant to take care of your body, because it's very important. Not that it's unimportant to take care of your thoughts and your brain. Obviously, that's very important. But it's more important to take care of who you are and to take that time. And it is going to take some intentional focus. Maybe that looks like reading your scriptures. Maybe it looks like coming to Nashville. Maybe it looks like both. Maybe it looks like joining my coaching program. Maybe it looks like, I'm trying to even think of examples here, ladies, of how to feed your soul. Maybe it looks like listening to religious podcasts. Maybe it looks like going back to church. Maybe it looks like really praying. When was the last time you really prayed? When was the last time you talked to God? And that's a whole nother podcast, but when was the last time you talked to God the way that you talk to your husband or you talk to your best friend? Right? When was the last time you really connected on a soul level? This is one of the reasons why I'm so excited for Nashville and why I am so excited to have an in-person experience. This is something I've been dreaming about since I started coaching. I said, I want to meet these women in person because there is a soul connection that can happen in person. You connect on a soul level. You guys have a person like that in your life where you connect on a soul level? You ever felt that? Almost instantly. There is an understanding, they get you, right? That's what this is all about. Our soul requires nourishment. So I want to encourage you to evaluate your life and where you are neglecting your soul. And then I want to encourage you to take action on it, because becoming aware of it is one step, and that's fantastic and it's a great step. But just becoming aware of it doesn't actually change anything. All it does usually is then we add self-judgment onto it, and we're like, oh man, see, now I'm guilty. Look, now I listen to this podcast. Now I feel bad that I haven't read my scriptures and I haven't said my prayers or gone to church in a while, and Julian's telling me that that's what I need to do. No, that's not what I'm saying. Sometimes that's all of just our self-judgment. What I want you to do, what I encourage you to do, is just become aware, because we can't change what we're not aware of. And then take action. I sent out an email this week. If you guys are not on my email list, you should get on it. Okay. Head to my website. You can join it. Okay. I sent out an email this week and I talked about the secret formula for creating the life of your dreams. Do you guys know what it is? Number one, decide what it is that you want that's different than what you have now. And number two, take one action that's going to get you closer to that. And then repeat. That's it, ladies. And taking care of your soul is the exact same way. You could become aware of it and then take action. It's really the secret to creating the life you want is doing. Our brain gets in the way. Our emotions get in the way. Our thoughts about what other people might think, our worries, our fears, those are emotions. And when we live our life on our fears and our emotions and our thoughts, our worries, anxieties, then all that's going to happen is we're just going to get a repeat and we're going to stay exactly where we are, which is not where we used to be. If you want to become a different version, that past self that used to be confident, that used to be trusting, that used to feel connected to her spouse, if that's not how you feel right now and that's not where you want to stay, then your soul is the thing that needs the work. So I want to encourage you guys to not just nourish your body and not just nourish your mind, but nourish your soul as well, because that's who you are and you deserve it. Your soul is you. The real essence of you, it's deeper and it's more powerful and more beautiful. And I want to encourage you to get to know yourself on a soul level. And if you want help with that, come to Nashville, because that's what we're going to do. We're going to get to know you on a soul level. We're going to let go of the things that you don't want anymore. We're going to choose the things you do want, and then we're going to learn how to get there. And I'm going to help you do it the whole way. All right, ladies, go take care of your souls. I love you so much. And I'll talk to you next week on a brand new episode. So take care. All right, ladies, if you are loving what you are learning on the podcast, I want to invite you to come join my coaching program. This is where we take it to the next level and we actually start applying and learning the how of moving forward. This podcast has taught you the what, and the coaching program is where you're going to learn the how. This is where you learn how to actually start moving forward, process all of that pain that you feel, and let it go once and for all. If you are ready to finally move forward and stop living a life that revolves around your husband's pornography addiction, then I want to invite you to come join me today. Just head to my website, joleneLynn.com, and sign up today. I can't wait to see you there.